Looks like I will be doing a scrap run tomorrow because today is Sunday and I went to visit a friend, ask about the engine in this truck. Apparently it's not that big of a deal, so I'm going to keep the truck and do some other work on it. And while I was there, he gave me those 2 batteries and these 3 batteries. So even though he recycles his scrap metal because he works on other people's vehicles a lot, he didn't want the batteries. So for that reason I took them. He also gave me the bikes that he wanted out of the way. And he also gave me 4 aluminum wheels. I just got to get the tires off. I've never done that before. I know it's not going to be a lot of fun, but that's something I'm going to work on either after this video or tomorrow before I take all this to scrap. And since I was going by a couple of dumpsters that I ignored for what was in them, I figured why not look again, and I found these stainless steel angle braces or whatever you call those. And then in another dumpster I found some tools, including these snips, which actually work really well. I've got this Craftsman breaker bar, which I can actually use, so I'm going to keep that. And then somebody threw away an air gun, so I've already broken all that down, cut off the hoses, and I have either some brass or aluminum and other breakage. And then I also have about 50 pounds worth of hardware that I have in this bucket, and then another one that I already sorted. And I think a lot of it I'm going to end up keeping. Some of it's new. I'm going to look up some of this on eBay and see if I can't get a bit more for it, since I've already got it out and sorted. And if it doesn't turn out that way, then I'll just throw it all in for scrap. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the wheels actually before it gets too dark, which is going to happen really fast, and then do a scrap run tomorrow. Alright, so back from the scrapyard, let's go through all the prices. I only had a couple of pounds of copper pipe, and that was at $2.15 a pound, so $4.30. The ballasts and the inverters, they just threw into scrap steel. They don't pay separately for those, so I might have to start hanging on to those and maybe take them somewhere else. So I only got 4.5 cents a pound for those, and then add that to the 500 pounds of scrap steel that I had, and it came out to about $23. Aluminum rims, my buddy gave me those, 4 of those. Those actually weren't too hard to remove the tires from. So that came out to 93 pounds at 35 cents a pound, so $32 and change. And then he also gave me the lead acid batteries. They came out to 138 pounds and $30 for 22 cents a pound. So then I had cast aluminum. I separated that out a bit further, and it came out to 9 pounds at 23 cents a pound, so $2 there. I had a high steel aluminum radiator, which only came out to 7 cents a pound for 3 pounds, and that was 21 cents. So I don't even know, that might throw that into scrap from now on. My insulated drop cords, so that's low value cords, that's 30 cents a pound, but I cut all the plugs off, so that actually would be less if I didn't do that. I had 11 pounds of that for $3.30. And then I had pink wire that I had picked up the other day that I thought would be better than the drop cords, and it actually was. Came out to the same price as my cat wire. So those two together came out to 24 pounds at 65 cents a pound. And so I got just over $15 for those two. And then I had sheet aluminum at 17 pounds, 25 cents a pound, so $4.25 there. And then I had a little bit of stainless, 10 pounds of that for 30 cents a pound and $3. So my total for this run came out to $119. So all in all, not too bad for a couple of days of scrapping and sorting. So when it comes down to the breakage, I'm going to keep doing all of my wire. I'm not going to strip any wire, but even my drop cords, it's worth it for the amount of time that I put in it. But when it comes to aluminum, depending on how much I have to break that stuff down and how much time it takes, even though I wouldn't really be doing anything much else with that time anyway, it's still kind of a pain. So I might reconsider a little bit of that breakage and whether or not I just throw it to shred steel. But I'm going to keep breaking down some other stuff, brass, copper, stuff that takes me more than a few minutes to break out, though I probably am not going to do in the future. But I'll decide that as I go. And until then, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Talk to you later.